Similar. Oh, let me change the picture. Goodbye, Zhongli and Child. So the last fanfic was written by this lovely lady over here, Salix. I love her so much for writing this fic. It's Dan Heng and Ume. If you don't know, Dan Heng and I are engaged. You can watch. I think the VOD may still be up. I was like me rolling.
That's what you should save.
Yeah, I definitely saved it. Don't worry. Like I've been trying to like find time to do clips for that. I've just been too lazy. Sometimes I feel like hiring someone to do clips, but I'm just like, do I wanna?
Honestly, that's fair. See, that's something I want to get better at is clips. I've messed with DaVinci Resolve some, and editing's actually, I think it's fun once you start messing with it, but...
But yeah, like, if anyone, yeah, I watched the VOD, it was fun. Basically, I proposed to Dan Heng, and it, I was rolling for him, and let's see how much money it took for him to convince him to say yes to me. Well, that was the whole scenario of that stream. And you know this picture right here? It was actually done by I'm gonna share their Twitter because I love this artist. They're known for their Zhongli and Child fan art. They have this AU like where they have like a child, have a children's together.
Yeah.
And like their son is named like Shui. Wait, it's PNDG. Hold on. PNDG. And yeah, like I've been following them for years, and when I saw they opened up stuff on VGen, I was like, hell yeah. And this, can you believe, like, I believe this was only like 20-25 bucks. It's ridiculous. Here's their Twitter, and I think like your character here's are so cute. I think I might commission them more.
I love it when you find a good artist. Just follow and like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna check them out, and personally, I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah, and then I just like love their little comics, and they love a child getting dicked really hard by Zhongli too. They love the dragon dicks, and then yeah, and then they're in the AU, their son kind of has like an Oedipus complex. Kind of competes with Zhongli. It's cute though. I love it. But yes, please check them out. Amazing artist. Anyway,
you can find a good artist. Like that's how I found my main VTuber parent. Is I followed him for the longest time, and then I opened commissions, and I got my first reference sheet, and it just spiraled from there.
Amazing.
Okay, are we ready for this?
Yeah. So it's Dan Heng x Ume. I guess I'll be Ume. I'll be Ume.
I appreciate the sacrifice.
Yeah, no problem. It's such a hard role. Oh my god, so hard being Ume, you know. Okay, ready?
Let's go.
Today's the day. Oh, I'm so excited. It's finally here.
In a lovely greenhouse full of beautiful flowers, a beautiful young unicorn flitted around in her human form, tending to her plants before her busy day started. Today was the day. Today was the day Ume finally got to marry her beloved Dan Heng. She had been planning this day since the day she knew he was the one. With a giddy grin, she couldn't help but stop at the table she had set up in the greenhouse and sit for a moment. To think, this is where she proposed! In the time since, she couldn't help but think things had been even more perfect. And today would be the start of the rest of their lives together. After a few more minutes of thinking how happy she's been, she realized she had better finish so she could get to the venue and start getting ready. As soon as she was done, she rushed to her car to leave, glad the weather was so lovely. She didn't notice the clouds that were slowly rolling in from the direction she had just left. They sent the wrong dress. It was a lovely dress, of course. It was even one she had ordered. But it was not the one meant for her wedding. This was not the dress she had been dreaming of since the first fitting. This was a reception dress for a wedding she was attending the following month. For a few minutes, all Ume could do was stare. There wasn't time to go pick up her bridal dress, as the shop didn't open for another 2 hours, and was a 40-minute drive from her house. Never mind the venue. The wedding started in 4 hours.
Well, we can make this work. This is fine. just a bit more colorful than I was planning. But the day isn't ruined. Come on, time to get this party started.
She rallied to herself and her half of the wedding party. Stella and March 7th just looked at each other and shrugged before moving to help the bride get the dress on. What the fuck did I type?
Words suck. What is words? What words is? Words is our what?
Before helping the bride get the dress on, Himiko walked over to assist as well, and even suggested another elegant way to style Ume's long blue-purple locks to better fit the dress.
What do you mean catering isn't sure they'll be able to make it?
Unapologetic Walt had knocked on the door a few minutes ago, his cell phone still in hand from where he had been on the line with the head chef of the company hired to feed the reception. I'm terribly sorry, Ume. It seems there was a mix-up in the schedule, so now they don't have enough prep completed and don't have all the hands they were planning on. They fully expressed intent to give at least a partial refund, as the mistake was on their end, and they're going to do the best to get what food they can here. But I'm afraid there may have to be a menu change to ensure there's enough food. That was... Okay, they can make this work. She gave Walt a plastic smile and told him as much.
Please call them back and ask them to do what they're able to make sure we can feed everyone. The issue with the refund can be handled later. Just make sure to get that in some sort of writing. Thank you.
Dan Heng was late. No one had figured out how to get a hold of him, and he was late. Dan Heng was never late. A hand reached out and smacked Ume's as she fidgeted with her nails in an attempt to save her manicure. The purple pattern on the stellar points were lovely, but nervous picking was quickly making headway at chipping the paint away. As Ume looked down at her hands, she had the passing thought that the gel paint wasn't all that it was made out to be if the risk of coming off was already starting to show.
Hey now. Oh, this is Amir.
Oh, do you want to do that?
Oh, no, wait, who's this? Oh, this is March? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Sure, you know what? I'll be March. Okay. Hey now, I'm sure it's fine. He'll show up soon, and then we can get started. Everything else is ready to go. We'll chew him out for it later.
Rich cheerfully said as they prepared to go outside in the hopes that Dan Heng didn't miss the actual start time. The unicorn could only nod and give a shaky grin as she stood up to follow her bridesmaids. He wouldn't miss today. He knew how important it was to her. There's no way he'd leave her at the altar. By some stroke of luck, the ceremony actually started on time. Though there was a plan in place to scold him for the scare. You didn't hear that. There was a plan in place to scold him for the scare. Dan Heng was in his position, a nervous smile on his face as he stood next to his groomsmen, and Ume couldn't be happier. Even with everything going wrong, she had this. Throughout the ceremony, clouds started moving in, darkening the sky. Though the weather report had expected clear skies, many worried eyes kept glancing up as Jin Yuan, who they had asked to be the officiant, proceeded with the ceremony. Right as the general asked if there were any objections, a loud clap of thunder boomed overhead, in perfect timing with the voice of Dan Heng's ex-husband from his formal incarnation, yelling, "I object!" from somewhere in the crowd. Not even a full moment later, a torrential rain started to fall. The bride and groom just stared at each other, green and purple eyes meeting, as in an instant everyone was soaked through. As Dan Heng opened his mouth, Ume heard a voice calling her name. With the next boom of thunder, the world went black. Ume, you have to wake up now. You know I wouldn't disturb your nap normally, but it's getting late, the power just went out, and I need your help with the generator in order to finish dinner. As Ume slowly came to, she realized she was lying on her bed. The room was dimmed, curtains blocking the limited light coming from outside. As she blinked a few times, she realized Dan Heng was crouched next to the bed, hand on her shoulder where he was shaking her lightly. Ume sat up and took a moment to just think, listening to the rain fall outside as she woke up. A dream. It had all been a dream. Her wedding had been one disaster after another. No dress mix-up, no food mistakes, no blade or storm suddenly pouring cold water over her. As she turned back to Dan Heng, he gave her a gentle smile. I hope you had lovely dreams, my dear.
Yay! I loved it. Ume loved it. Yay! Thank you for that amazing piece of literature.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a stroke of genius, if I do say so myself.
No, it really was. It really was.